So now for a movie that you hate, apparently, The Strangers Chapter One. I gotta say,
I think I
first,
enjoyed watching it more than Kingdom. It's terrible.
it's pretty bad. I That ending was crazy, right?
Oh my god. Can
Right?
I tell you what happened?
Yeah.
I so I'm waiting for the movie to end. I have to pee so bad, Logan. All right, and I'm in my home. I could pee at any time, but I'm waiting for the movie to end, and then like I think okay, so she wakes up in the hospital, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a whole hospital part at the end of this movie, like Scream 4.
Exactly.
And so I was like, I can't wait anymore. I paused it and I went to pee, and then I came back, and there were 8 seconds left in the movie. It was just like fucking to be continued. And that was
That's
it.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally, I thought the same thing. I was like, the first thing I thought, of course, was Scream Four, and then I thought about Malignant a couple years ago. It has this big extended hospital scene at the end of the movie with like the
Mhm.
sister and the big battle, and I was like, oh yeah, same thing. We're gonna have a big thing, and yeah, she wakes up, and then to be continued, and then
Yeah.
I had no idea chapter one meant like a new like this is chapter one, and then we're gonna have chapter two. I that never
And
crossed my
three.
mind. And three, it never. I never thought that would happen.
They shot these three films simultaneously over the course of 52 days. So, like, one day they could be shooting scenes from three, and then
No
the
way.
next day they're shooting scenes from one.
All right, I'm intrigued. This is gonna be a complete disaster.
I agree.
Is it, all right. I mean, I don't want to ask too many questions, but it's gonna be like a new cast every time.
No, it's continuing the story. Madeline Petch, I believe, is going to be in all three of them, unless she dies in the
Interesting.
second one.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, they can't say like straight up, like up top, she's gonna be in all three because
I
then that
gotta say,
spoils
I'm
it.
pretty sure they have, and I'm pretty sure that's a spoiler.
What the hell? What's going on?
Yeah.
What are we doing? All right, well, I'll watch. And Rennie's doing all three of them.
Of course. Well, they shot them all at the same time.
Yeah, they
So
wouldn't bring in a
yeah.
new director. One day.
No, Rennie shot all three.
Rennie's back. He'd been gone. I feel like he'd been gone for a bit, and now he's making a whole new trilogy.
Yeah, here's what happened with Rennie. All right. Rennie got his start in the 80s as like a horror guy. And then he got his big breakthrough with Die Hard 2, right? And he had a huge 90s. He directed some huge fucking movies in the 90s. And he married Gina Davis. Okay. But then in the late 90s, he did Cutthroat Island, and that like tanked real bad and it hurt his career a lot. And right around that same time, he impregnated Gina Davis's personal assistant.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that fucked him over a lot. That was a big high profile divorce. And then so he kept going for a little while. He had like Deep Blue Sea and Mine Hunters. He made a few movies in the aughts. And then
12 rounds. The Covenant.
that's right, yeah. Weeaches. That's a line from the Covenant.
I wish he wrote that though, but that's not probably his line.
Sadly, no. I would love it if I watched the commentary though, and it was like that was my contribution.
That would be amazing. But it's a lie. Like he's just taking credit. And that was apparently J.S. Cardone's doing. He wrote that film.
J.S. Card, yeah. He also wrote the Forsaken.
Well, yeah, he did Prom Night remake, the Stepfather remake,
He's kind
Slayer.
of a fun. He's kind of a fun writer, that guy.
All right.
All right. So anyway, Harlan, he like had a few too many flops in a row, culminating in Hercules, which was is so bad that it like came out the same year as another Hercules flop and flopped harder.
Wait, which one is this? Is this The Rock?
No, he didn't do The Rock. I believe Brett Ratner did The Rock.
Did Kellen Lutz play Hercules?
I don't know.
How many guys did Alexander Skarsgård play Hercules? No, he played Tarzan.
Yeah, he was Tarzan.
So which one is this? Which one did Harlan make?
I don't fucking know, man. It was called The Legend of Hercules. It tanked real bad. It was so bad that he moved to China
Right.
and he started making movies for like China Hollywood, whatever their equivalent of Hollywood is.
Yeah, this is Kellen Lutz from Twilight.
And then like the nadir of his career was he was in like he directed a comedy movie in Finland that's like the third part of a franchise. So it's like he directed the Finland version of like The Hangover 3 or something.
Right. Yeah. Dumb and Dumber
Yeah,
2.
which is like pretty embarrassing for Rennie Harlan, for a guy who directed fucking Die Hard 2. Um, but now he's back in America, all right, and he's doing three Strangers movies,
Yeah, and we're
going
not
back to
very
his
excited.
horror roots.
That's right. But he did spend a lot. He has three movies that are Die Hard. He has Die Hard 2, he has Cliffhanger, and then he has 12 Rounds. Those are all Die Hard movies, basically. So for a bit, he was
You're
just making
right.
Die Hard movies. By
Yeah,
the
I
way,
guess so.
this isn't the only movie that just ends because this is news to Daniel, but I watched Cliffhanger last night also because we're gonna rank Rennie Harlan movies. That movie also just ends. Like they complete the mission, killed John Lithgow, and then it's like, I mean, spoilers, but then it's just
Yeah,
like,
but it's wrapped up.
but they're like, all right, we're coming to save you, and then like, and then Helicopter, directed by Rennie Harlan. It's just like like as soon as they complete the mission, movie over,
Am I
basically.
gonna have to listen to you talking shit about Cliffhanger?
No, I'm not going to do it. I mean, well, if I do, it'll be on Hey, I'm Watching Here. But that Deep Blue Sea ends the same way. Like they complete the mission, movie over. You know,
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah,
12 rounds, same thing.
that's what he likes. Once
Yeah,
the movie's over,
he's a
he
very simple
fucking
man.
ends the movie.
Yeah. Here's my take. I think I've told you this before, but remember like when the action adventure used to be a genre? I'm not sure it is anymore. Like usually, like now, I feel like it's like adventure or action,
Yeah,
but action
Cutthroat
adventure.
Island was action adventure.
I feel like he and you know the director Steven Summers, right?
Of course.
The Mummy and all that, Van Helsing, the goat. I feel like they are two sides of the same coin of the action adventure, where Steven Summers is the adventure side and Rennie Harlan is the action side, but they're sort of the same guy. That's how I view them. But Rennie Harlan's worse.
I disagree. I think Rennie Harlan's better.
No, I disagree.
All right. I've seen 13 Rennie Harlan movies for this ranking. How many have you seen?
7.
Okay. Do you want to just do your list and then I'll do mine?
We can do that. 7,
Okay.
The Covenant. That'll probably be last on yours or bottom of the ones I've seen. 6, The Strangers, Chapter 1. There were spoilers a little bit. 5, 12 Rounds, the John Cena film.
I've not seen that one.
Yeah, you got to watch. Is that on a list or anything? If it's not, you got to.
No.
If you would
Doesn't
have
it
watched
have
it
a
by now.
sequel?
I don't think so. Does it?
Really? I feel
Oh,
like
it might with like Randy Orton or something.
Yeah. I feel like I've been saving it for the podcast.
Or Ted DiBiase. Or that might be the Marine, Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase.
Hey, he's in one of them, I know.
How about this? There's fucking 3 12 rounds movies.
Whoa.
Yeah.
36 rounds.
The second one has Randy Orton in it. And the third one, oh my God, mind blowing, has Dean Ambrose.
Whoa, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, aka John Moxley.
I was gonna call him his little nickname.
What? You mean the Lunatic Fringe?
Yeah, goddamn, I froze. I could not pull it for the life of me. Lunatic Fringe.
Yeah.
So number 4. So that was number 5, 12 rounds. Number 4 is one of the better Nightmare movies, The Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like my third favorite one, probably. Number 3, Cliffhanger. Watched it last night. Number 2, Die Hard 2. Die Harder if you're fancy. And number 1, my favorite film of all time, Deep Blue Sea.
That's your number one. Wow.
I'm joking a little bit, but yeah, number 1.
All right, here's my list. Rennie Harlan ranking. Number 13, last place, featuring the aforementioned Estella Warren, is Driven with Sylvester Stallone. Then 12th place is The Strangers, Chapter 1.
All right.
Then at number 11, The Exorcist, The Beginning, which we covered. Number 10 is The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, starring Andrew Dice Clay.
Okay.
Hickory Dickory Dock. Number 9 is The Covenant.
Weotch.
How about I make you my weotch?
That's the exact line.
That's the full line, yeah. Number 8 is one of his early horror ones called Prison with very young Viggo Mortensen. Number 7 is Cutthroat Island, and I feel like now we're in movies I kind of like. Cutthroat Island, people should see that. Like it tanked at the time, but like for me, it's sort of like Pirates of the Caribbean but better.
Wow. I don't even know what it is. Cutthroat Island.
It's a pirate movie. Um, all right, number
Oh,
six.
Modine. I love Modine every time I see him.
Yeah, who doesn't love Modine?
I don't know. Probably his ex-wife. Does he have an ex-wife?
I don't know. Number six, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Number five, guys, Mind Hunters. You ever hear about this?
No.
Mind Hunters is great because it's basically the same premise as Deep Blue Sea, but with serial killers instead of sharks.
So not as good.
No, well, it's well, no, but it's close.
What do you mean?
And
Like they have smarter brains? In what sense is it like Deep Blue
here's
Sea?
the thing: they're like trapped on this island. They go to an island to like train to be like serial killer hunters for the FBI or whatever. But then there's serial killers loose on the island.
So they're all trying to kill each other, basically.
I don't. Well, they're all trying to figure out who's the serial killers. And it's got Christian Slater and LL Cool J. He loves LL Cool J. And I'll tell you what, that movie's fucking good.
All right. Yeah, I never knew much about it, so I'll watch it.
All right, number 4, Deep Blue Sea.
4.
Yeah. Number 3, Die Hard 2. Number 2, Cliffhanger. And to me, Rennie Harlin's masterpiece at number 1, The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd probably hate that.
Why?
Oh, this is Gina Davis on the cover. I thought that was Sandra Bullock.
No. It's Gina Davis. You know, this is when they were still married before he fucked her. Well, I mean, maybe he was already fucking her, but he hadn't impregnated her yet for sure. The assistant. But yeah, it's Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson buddy movie, and it's got sort of like kiss, kiss, bang, bang vibes. It's
all right. That's great.
It's funny and clever and cool.
Okay, so all right, that's his best one, really.
For me, yeah.
Ryder Strong also gives.
Shane Black wrote it. No wonder I
thought
it had kiss, kiss, bang, bang vibes.
That's awesome. He has to put "kiss" in the title of his movie.
Yeah, he loves that shit. All right.
Is he doing anything currently, Shane? I feel like he should. No. I feel like that Predator movie, like, fuck.
Didn't he? He got in trouble for casting like his friend who was like a sexual predator. Remember that?
In the Predator movie?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's way too on the nose there.
Oh yeah, sexual predator. I didn't even think about that.
That sucks. Damn.
Yeah. But you know, I'd love to see Shane Black again.
Yeah. Well, I never need to see him, but I'd love to hear his dialogue or
whatever. I want to see him. He's great in Predator.
Well, whatever. Do you actually need to see him ever again?
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Strangers Chapter 1. Have you seen The Strangers?
Of course. Yeah.
All right. It's that.
It is, but not.
But with bad actors.
And in the first one, they're like going through a hard time. And this one, they're kind of a happy couple. They're just like having a nice time.
Yeah, that's true. They're like moving to Oregon, right?
Yeah.
So the girl is Madeline Petch, who is Cheryl Blossom on Riverdale, the ginger. And the dude is a nobody. Who's this? What's this guy's name? He's terrible.
No, yeah, I agree mostly.
His name's like Froyo Gonzalez or something.
Frozen Yogurt Gonzalez?
Yeah, something like that. No Froy Gutierrez. That's his name.
Close enough.
All right. So they're the couple, and she's got like a job up in Oregon, and they're driving there. All right. That's what's happening.
But something they stop to eat, and something his car gets fucked up, so they have to stay in the Airbnb.
They stop at a spooky diner where everyone's like, "Ooh, look at these outsiders."
It was spooky to me because everyone starts talking to you while you're trying to eat your food.
I know.
That was like such a chatty diner. Everyone's like talking across the way, like,
yeah,
"Hey,"
and they're just like, 1 year ago, a businessman went missing here. It's like, why are you telling me? I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, first we have to start with the beginning of the movie, though. We get some text on the screen that's like a lot of
God, right,
home invasions, or I don't know if home invasions was what it was, but a lot of like criminal activity.
No, it's violent crimes.
Violent
Like,
crimes.
yeah, he's like, violent crimes happen every this many seconds in America or something, and then it ends with 7 violent crimes have happened since you started reading this.
Since you've been watching this film, I
Yeah,
wrote it
yeah.
down. And I wanted to turn it off right there. I got a
I got it
principle.
too.
I wanted to
fucking
text you and be like,
hated it.
we're not covering the Strangers. I always called it Pray at Night. But because, uh, first of all, I hope somebody like started the movie and then got a phone call so that like it was 30 minutes since they've been watching
Yeah,
the movie and
fuck
and like the
that,
text
man.
was wrong so that they could immediately be wrong. But dude, what other movie does that?
It's so tacky.
In the like even like in the movie you're about to watch is better than since you've been watching this film. I hated it. I just hated it. Anyway, so yeah, it's the same movie. We stop, we go to an Airbnb, and creepy stuff happens. Is Tamara there? We turn the lights off, stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, what they're always asking about Tamra.
It's a good
That's
name.
like their go-to.
They really found the perfect name
Yeah,
because it sounds like it would be. It's you're not like is Billy here, but it sounds like that could be a real person, Tamara.
it
you know?
does, especially the pronunciation, because it's not like Tamara, like it's like Tamra. That sounds specific.
Yeah, if they asked for Tamara, I'd be like, "Are you looking for Tia also?"
Or I'd be like, you mean that fucking teacher who fucked Pacey in the first season of Dawson's Creek?
Wow, we both have our own references. Wow, Pacey. Which one was Pacey? He was the main guy.
Joshua Jackson.
Oh, it's Joshua Jackson. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
Dawson's the main guy, obviously.
Of course he is. He's
Duh.
the titular Dawson.
You,
But,
you know, Joshua Jackson's dating us.
oh
What's her
yeah,
name?
yeah, Lupita Nyong'o.
New Lupita? Is that what you called her?
No, Lupita.
Yeah, Lupita.
I think I just
Nyong'o.
fucked up for a second.
Yeah, they're dating each other.
That's a good couple. I root for Joshua. He's a good actor. I liked him on that Fatal Attraction TV show earlier this year or last year maybe.
Okay.
But he's always good. The Affair. Anybody ever see The Affair on Showtime? If
No.
you didn't, you fucking missed out. That show is good.
Nobody saw that.
I know. I feel like I don't know anybody that watched it.
But a big thing in this movie is the guy has asthma and he forgets his inhaler in the car.
Oh my god! The second the fucking inhaler came up, I was like, Jesus, Chekhov's inhaler.
Couldn't think about anything
All right.
better. Freaking inhaler.
I
But
know,
yeah.
it's so stock.
Yeah.
And like he leaves it in the car with the mechanic, so he has to like go all the way back into town for his fucking inhaler.
Yeah, the mechanic's like, what are you doing? I hated that mechanic. LVP, spoiler alert. Didn't like the mechanic.
Wasn't that Richard Brake?
No.
No, who'd Richard Brake play?
I don't know. I feel like he didn't do enough. I was like, why is he in this movie? Because I noticed him in the diner.
Well, he's
And then-
probably in the fucking second and third movie.
Oh, good point. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. They're all gonna come back. The thing is, I thought it was gonna like escalate to something, but immediately they're just like coming right up near her, hanging out by the shower. They're sitting behind while she's playing the piano. I thought they were
Yeah.
getting real ballsy. Like they didn't even care. I don't
She
know.
could just bust out some Beethoven on that piano. I was pretty impressed.
Oh, really? I didn't notice the work she was doing. I was focused on the
Yeah.
scary man behind her. Like I'm doing it with Henry.
But then one of the strangers started doing it too, and I was like, wow, such a high percentage of people in this house know how to play Beethoven on piano.
Wow, they both did it.
Well, because
Jesus.
Madeline Petch did it, and then one of the killers did it.
Maybe it was recording. He was recording her and then played
No
it back.
way, no way.
No. Okay. All right. I'm
You can
sorry.
see them fingers on them keys.
Oh, okay. Did he have like bandaged up fingers?
I don't remember.
I feel like I had just like a normal man finger. I feel like I hated the way this movie was. You know that episode of Buffy that's where she's in the hospital trying to get revenge on that guy?
You mean season 2, episode 18, Killed by Death?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like a lot of the problem with that episode for me, I like that episode more than you because I like how she's like on a revenge plot in that
Yeah,
episode.
you like all the fucking weird flashback stuff to like Buffy hanging out with her cousin Cecile.
But the thing I dislike about that episode is how the villain is shot and he just looks like a normal man a lot of the episode with like a
Yeah,
mask or whatever.
he
on.
looks like Freddy Krueger.
But and here that I could tell these were just like normal, like they showed too much of their body, I felt like. And they were like running. They were like running around. It looked goofy.
Yeah, it's the usual 3 of them. A dude with a bag on his head, a
The
girl with
black
like
haired
a
girl.
yeah, who's like elegant,
Yeah.
and
Does she have a
and
flower in
then
her
like
hair or something?
I don't know, it's like
I
curled
guess I can look
tight,
at the pictures.
and then you got like a little
I thought there was a blonde
baby
girl in the
girl.
first one.
I don't know. I feel like it's always these masks.
No, no, no. Now I'm looking at if you look at see, look at the oh, it's the masks, but the girl had blonde hair in the first one. Ah,
Oh.
that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So that happens. There's a part where there's like a bird on the chandelier that starts bleeding on their food. Do you like that scene? That was a great scene.
Oh yeah, right. Because they're eating burgers
I think it's
at
just
this
ketchup.
point. And she's a vegetarian. So he says, "Can I get a burger without the meat?" Which that's no one's ever ordered a burger that way. Um so they're eating messy burgers and the ketchup is dripping out from under them. And then all of a sudden there's some other red drips. What's that?
Blood. First of all, I
Yeah.
did think he was way too messy. Like she even comments on it, like you're the messiest eater ever. But
He's
why
disgusting.
is he eating like that?
Listen, he doesn't even have a job. It's established that he does not have a job.
So
All
they're
right,
moving for her, yeah, for
they're
her job
they're
in
moving
Oregon.
for her job. She has an exciting new job in Oregon. All right, this motherfucker can't be bothered to marry her. Doesn't have a job. Eats burgers like a fucking
Pig.
sure. Thank you. And I mean, you can't even breathe right. Needs an inhaler. All right, this
Yeah.
guy's awful.
Damn. Yeah, you're right. I thought he was like. Now we're just being way too mean. But some parts of the movie, I was like, he's too ugly for her.
Well, of course he is. She's Cheryl Blossom. Okay,
She's very
I
pretty.
mean,
Not to say he's ugly. He's a little cute.
I'm
or
just
whatever.
saying she's in the same cast as Camilla Mendez and fucking
Cole
what's the other one?
Sprouse.
No, well,
Skeet
yeah,
Ulrich.
yeah, Luke Perry,
Yeah.
and who's Betty though?
Kristen.
No, she was in Hustlers.
The blonde. Yeah, the blonde one.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like one of the most attractive casts in TV history.
Lily
And
Reinhart.
And thank you. And Madeline Petch is not the worst looking one. She's
No.
looking all right.
I know her from F the Prom, by the way.
What's
Fuck
that?
the Prom. It's like a high school movie where there's like a prom going on and like a guy meets a girl that he likes, but they have like a anti-prom or it's like one of those stupid movies. It's like a high school Netflix movie
They
from
did that
2018.
on uh Dawson's Creek. They had an anti-prom
Yeah, I've heard of like Morp, right?
because they wouldn't let Jack, who's the gay character, take a gay lover to the prom.
Oh wow.
So they held their own prom.
I love that. And then everybody went, so it was like they just had the prom elsewhere or whatever.
I guess so. I don't remember how it turned out. But anyway, yeah, Madeline Petch. I'd never seen her in anything but Riverdale, but I watched every episode of Riverdale.
What? So you didn't like her here?
Um, the sense I got from Riverdale is that none of those people should be in movies. I
No,
said
you're
this
wrong. You're wrong.
when I said this when Lisa Frankenstein came out, like that.
But you changed your mind. You thought he was good.
Because he's grunting the whole movie, but like his line deliveries, the Sprouse kid, are not convincing for like
Okay,
a human man.
Okay,
But-
I do agree with that. But not Lily. Camila Mendez was in Do Revenge a couple of years ago, and she was great in that movie. I thought she was great. She had upgraded earlier this year, which I didn't see, but I hear she's good in that.
I think she's gonna be in. They're rebooting. I Know You Did Last Summer next year. I think she's in that.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Apparently, she was in
Yeah.
Palm Springs. I don't remember her there.
Oh yeah, I do.
but she's
good.
my
Yeah,
pick.
No, yeah, I got no beef with Camilla Mendez. She's probably the one.
And
like
Charles Melton was in May December.
I know, but here's the thing. I'm telling you, like when I was watching the show, and maybe it's just like that the performances on that show are so fucking stiff. But like I watched that show for years and never thought like Charles Melton had a talented bone in his fucking body. And then he turned up in May, December, and he was, revelatory. So like it's hard to tell, but to me,
So it's that show. But if he was on Euphoria, he would have been doing good work for years. You're saying.
Probably. But Madeline Petch, I gotta say, I didn't notice the difference. Her performance in The Strangers is pitched at relatively the exact same level that she's at in Riverdale.
but like this character is like not a lot of people would do much. I mean, but also it's a little bit her fault because also like all those other people are doing better roles, and this is like what she could land. I guess this is like the type of work she could get. But I don't want to blame her too much. Same with the apes girl. I think it's more the product the stuff as written than her.
You have a weakness for attractive women. You won't criticize.
Well, first of all, the other one was a girl. I'm pretty sure. Well, I
What
guess
are you
she's
talking
23
about?
years old now. She's born in 2001. Maybe I do have a weakness for attractive women. So what? Sue me.
They're not listening. It's not
I
like
wish-
you're gonna like fuck Madeline Petch one day and she's gonna like find out about this podcast.
No, I don't believe that at all. But I will never talk shit about Catherine Newton because that might happen one day.
Yeah.
There are
She's your number
people-
one celebrity crush?
Yeah.
You asked me this recently. I think Joey King is my answer.
Yeah, no, Joey King, that's fine. But yeah, there are people I feel like I won't talk shit about. You won't hear me talking shit about them. Catherine Newton's one of them. Bradley Cooper. Because I do think I'll meet these people one day. And we'll
I
become
know you
friends.
do. I know you do.
So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. All right. So it goes through the same beats as the fucking original. But they're less interesting. Like
There's an explosion. A motorcycle explodes.
oh yeah, that's right. And then like you know how in the original like Glenn Howerton shows up as like their
Yes.
friend and he gets shot. It's done here with just like the owner of the Airbnb.
I expected it to be like them to do a little joke, like it's like somebody from Abbott Elementary or like the new sitcom or something.
AP Bio.
Yeah, I really did. I was like, who I'm not kidding. The movie started. I was like, so are they gonna do the thing? And then they did it, and I was like, oh, they fucking did it. And I was like, who is it? And then I realized it was just a rando. But
Yeah.
it was actually cool. I kind of popped for that moment because that's such a memorable moment in the first movie.
Yeah, of course.
But and then we go like under the house. I hate. We do a quiet play. She does like her nail goes through a hand, and it's like a thing. You gotta be quiet for like 5 minutes.
Oh my god. Yeah, that nail slipped right through that hand.
Easiest nail through the hand ever. I feel like that would be easy. Nail through the hand.
I guess so.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
feeling
it
my
was
hand now. You could
it
probably
was
fit a nail in there.
pretty rough. She did some Emily Blunt performances there.
She did, and that's what happens. And then we both end up getting tied up, and that was actually kind of a sad moment where Madeline is like, they got us. I was like, oh man,
yeah.
that is sad.
But then it's like the opening of the movie when it was like 7 violent crimes have happened since you started watching this movie. Like one of the things they say is like you're about to see one of the worst violent crimes you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah,
right?
true.
And then like it gets to this part of the movie and they have him tied up in the chair. I was like, oh my god, what are they gonna fucking do, guys? And basically they stab each of them once and then kick over their chair. That's it.
Yeah, I never thought about that moment again, but you're right. We do start it. We're like, yeah, this is the worst one. And that can't possibly be true because like you hear about stories all the time. Like they like break in and they rape like 4 members of the family and stuff like that.
People are evil. There's so much crazy, terrible shit happens every day. This is they got off easy, these two.
Yeah, this was actually light work, honestly.
Yeah.
They should rip the title card out of the start of the movie. It's so stupid.
I agree.
It's like the worst part. It's like a whole star better. No, probably not. But that's so dumb. I forgot about that. But yeah, and then but they're not even dead.
She survives. She ends up in the hospital, and then it's to be continued in Chain of Strangers Chapter 2.
We get the line again from the first movie, a little bit, not the same, but we get, why are you doing this to us? And in the first movie, it's because you were home, and in this one, it's because you're here.
Right.
Yeah. Because you were at this home. Airbnb should be the line. That'd be hilarious.
The biggest thing to me is like, and like, listen, I'm not, I don't mean to like pick on Madeline Petch or Froyo Gutierrez or whatever. It's, but the original movie had Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler. Like those are classy actors. They can bring a lot of character.
I thought you were gonna say the opposite. I thought you were gonna say they're like bad, but they made it work.
No, I think like they're able to create characters on screen, whereas I never felt like the characters in this movie were real people. It was just sort of like the horror protagonists that I'm currently watching. Whereas like Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman created a like genuine lived in relationship. And I felt the same way in Prey at Night, really, with like that family.
But I mean, you're I'm not going to say you're wrong because I do think you're totally right. But I don't know if that is completely the actor or it's the script because that first script gives them so much more depth
No,
with their characters.
absolutely. It's not just them, but I do think that it helps matters to have like real actors in a movie. And Brian Bertino, that's the fellow that wrote that one, right?
Yeah, sounds right. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just has he created a character piece, whereas this is just like trying to do the
IP
beats of that movie. Yeah, it's IP. You're right. Yeah.
This man, I really had something. What were you talking about? We were talking about should we MVP, LVP, star rating stuff?
Yeah, I guess. I gave it a 1.
Yeah, fine. I'll go 1 too. I don't care.
Okay.
MVP. I was gonna go Patch, honestly.
You know what? I think that might be the answer. Like, I don't think she's good in it, but I also think she's the best of the people we see.
Yeah, I think that's why I was excited for her because I left feeling like, well, she was the best part. So
yeah.
And my LVP is that mechanic.
Oh, my LVP is the dude.
Okay. Yeah, Froyo.
Ryan.
Richard Brake played the sheriff, by the way. So I assume we'll see him more.
Yeah, and also I noticed that like the dude who remember like when they say some dude went missing in the diner?
Right.
That guy is like highly billed in the movie. So I assume we're gonna see him, like they're gonna find that guy in one of the sequels.
I'm exhausted. This is crazy. Yeah, this guy Ryan Bowen. Yeah, I noticed that also. Yeah, but I didn't know it was a third. I thought I just missed when he popped up. Probably.
No, I think we only see him in a photograph in this one. Photobomb.
So there we go. Should we rank strangers?
Yeah, it's 1-2 this one.
Yeah, that's fair. In my third installments,
but I think Henry's hot take is that the second one was better than the first one.
That's fine. I like that. That's fine.
I sort of like that take, but I can't have it.
Same. I put it number 86 in my third installments list between Jumanji: The Next Level and 50 Shades Freed. All right.
I mean, it's definitely worse than that Jumanji and better than 50 Shades, but like, I mean, there's such a huge gap there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the ones around it: How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World.
Oh God.
Pirates 3.
Oh,
Spy Kids
God.
3. Oh, The Mummy 3.
We watched all the. We need
Blade
to stop
Trinity.
doing this podcast.
It's actually, yeah, the bottom of the list is like Bad News Bears, Universal Soldier, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, Blade Trinity, Addams Family Reunion, Clerks 3.
Clerks 3.
That's bad.
Yeah, there's some bad ones, man. All right. Next week on the show.
You want to guess the worst one? You probably haven't seen it.
What is it?
Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh yeah, I've never seen any of the Jeepers Creepers movies. I've never
That's
seen the
made
original.
that guy like raped people. I'm pretty
sure. I know. I'm aware.
Terrible story.
Ooh yeah, he's a creeper. So next week on the show, Twister and Twisters. We're gonna go to the theaters.
Get excited, guys.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those great films. Glenn Powell, he's in the new one.
He's cool.
Probably that dude from Rise of the Beasts, I think. He's in that.
That's right. One. Daisy Edgar Jones.
Oh, Daisy Edgar Jones. What an exciting new star she is.
I'll never say a bad word about her. I'll tell you that much.
I bet you wouldn't. All right. So stay tuned and on
leave us a rating on iTunes. That'd be nice.
That's nice. That is helpful.